you can see some sort of figure huddled in some bushes nearby. And it seems to have just like, there's not very many very big bushes here, so they've just kind of like grabbed the nearest possible sort of cover, but it's not particularly good. And they're sort of like crouched down really low, so you can't tell who or what they are, but there's something
I just kind
there.
of like facepalm, and I'm like, it probably would have been better to not even try to hide.
They don't react.
I just start walking towards the bush and draw my sword.
Okay, roll for initiative.
How big is the bush, sorry? Like, could a giant be hidden behind there?
So the gnome, like, hasn't even noticed that this person is here.
I noticed!
Yeah.
I just can't react
She's
quickly.
just like,
The bush is still obscuring your view of them. You can't see who, what they are, what they're wearing, if they're armed, anything like that. There's clearly some sort of figure huddled there.
I can close the distance, right?
Yeah, you're like 10 feet away, so you can close the distance and make an action.
I'll close into melee range, and then I'll hold my attack and say, stand up. Who are you? Were you involved in an attack on the wagon? And if they make any move to attack me, then my reaction will be the attack. That's how that works.
Okay. Well, as you close the distance to the bush, the figure sort of scrabbles a bit to get away, and you see that it's actually a goblin.
Oh, in that case, I just, like, kill the fuck out of it.
Okay, you just kill the fuck out of it?
Yeah. Screw that.
Alright, make a roll to hit them.
Yeah.
Go!
I think that hits.
That is definitely a hit. You give it, like, as it tries to get up, you give it just this massive slash across the back from, like, shoulder blade down to its side across the back, and it stumbles, but manages to get to its feet. There's, like, dark blood pouring out of its back. Tarron?
I will smack him in the back with an acid splash. Cheers. That button. Finally, I roll well.
Okay, as he starts to get to his feet, there's some acid splashes him in the back. He gives a sort of a squawk, as then he just tumbles to the ground with sort of hissing noise as the acid sort of bubbles. Yeah, argy bargy. Argy bargy. As which is literally all that all goblins say. As the acid sort of bubbles across his back, across the wound and his blood.
Is it dead?
Does it look dead?
Yes, it is dead.
Shit.
I mean,
Okay.
you could attempt to revive it if you really wanted.
I mean, is it
I
on
crouch
0?
down and start, like, looking through what the heck it's carrying.
Its
Can I
blood is
cast
darker
Spare the
than-
Dying?
I guess, what does it do?
Well, I need to go up and touch it. Touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable.
Yeah, totally.
But it doesn't have 0 hit points.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah.
like...
Well, it could have
Okay.
-5 or something.
Unless
don't-
there's no minus unless you completely overkill the creature.
Well, we don't know. I might have.
So if you chop off his head,
You have not.
I probably
yeah.
can't spare the dying.
If you reduce something to 0 and then do more, this little leftover damage is more than its max HP, it's just dead.
Dead.
And that did not happen.
Okay.
But yes, so you can cast your spell, and
Okay.
the goblin is stabilized, if probably horribly disfigured for life. I mean, more
I'm
so
just
than
like-
it probably already is.
Yeah,
Like,
massive
do any
scar.
of you even speak Goblin? These creatures do not normally know Common, or many other languages.
I can do that thing where I can
Yeah,
talk to its mind, but I don't think I can communicate with it really,
you can-
like both ways.
You can put. Actually, that's a good point. How does that work?
I'm looking through its stuff.
It has like 3 copper coins on it, and nothing much else of interest. It has like a goblin short sword sort of thing.
So there's nothing on it that would make it look heavy enough to make these deep tracks.
Can I
It-
talk
no, it
to
left
its
it.
brain?
Sure.
Does it
maybe
have
not.
any
I mean,
blood?
it clearly made.
On its
Yes.
blade. Sorry. Before, just because this might help Wynne.
It would have some blood. There would be blood stains on its blade, and it definitely did make the footprint tracks that you followed, like just then.
So there's no, like, things of actual weight on it, that it seems. I check in the bush, Is there anything in the bush?
No, it doesn't have anything on it besides its sword and just like that thing in a bat. Well, it has a I guess it has an apple and like a chunk of bread that look kind of fresh on it.
I
Right.
throw each of them a copper piece
I'm
from the
going
3
to
copper.
skillfully catch a copper piece while at the same time communicating to this creature. Dear sir and or madam, you find yourself living in a forest full of crazy people who try and kill you?
You hear sort of in your mind like, yes, what is this?
Do
The
you
goblin
seek
still-
solutions to this? I have the very thing. The latest in tiefling technology.
The thoughts are kind of a bit muddled, and you're not quite sure if that's due to physical injury or because of what you're saying.
Probably a bit of both.
And meanwhile, she's just like in this crazy trance, and the rest of us are like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah, no one else knows what's going on.
Occasionally she sniggers to herself. That's about it.
The goblin is rousing a little bit. Like, it's still not quite conscious, but it's definitely alive and moving.
I'm looking
But,
around, like, did the tracks go to, like, the base of a tree around here or anything? Or is there, like, some weird mound of dirt around?
No, it looks like it just hid behind this bush, because it seemed like like the closest place it had to hide.
Yeah.
You have a near fatal wound. I present to you, new and improved, gnome healer. Is like lifting me up.
I'm just like, does anyone know what she's doing? Her eyes have rolled back in her head. She's muttering things to
Presenting a gnome
herself.
to the goblin.
Let's have a look.
I don't think we
know.
should wake her. She might be sleepwalking.
I'm going to do an would an Arcana check make me kind of know what she's doing?
I guess, if you roll really well.
Oh, really well.
It's a bit strange.
No, I didn't roll really well. I haven't got a clue.
No.
You need
So
not
what-
pay now.
He's like, what are you? What is going on? Like, the goblin has no idea.
Wynne, are you talking to this thing? What's going on?
Yeah, I guess you can hear them.
Figure out what's going on with these goblins. Where's all the stuff?
Oh well, yeah. Where is all the stuff?
Stuff? Oh, stuff. You can give stuff. Stuff at camp with the boss man. The boss has the stuff. The goblin is now like sort of starting to come back to consciousness. Still severely wounded and still like sitting. I'm
Yeah.
looking around at you all very scared and very confused about this weird voice in its head.
I'm like, Goblin, do you speak common?
It doesn't react to you.
I sigh.
Fire comes
Says-
out.
Do we need anything from this thing?
He says, stuff? He says to you in your head when he's like, stuff, I can bring you to stuff. Yes?
Yes, stuff, including
Stuff.
gold and or gems.
Yes. Boss man has it.
Well, the deal is done. Gnome.
Yes? What deal is done?
Sort of shake my head and go, he healed. Yeah.
Why am I healing it?
Because of the easy payment plan.
What?
What are you talking about? None of us... Were you speaking to this thing somehow?
Sorry, I realize my warlock eldritch ways may confuse you, but
Wait,
just
you're a
as
warlock?
I say,
Figured you were just like some crazy wizard.
Crazy wizard, warlock.
look, he's gonna lead us to the stuff basically, and we're gonna heal him.
Can I heal him once we get there?
But we don't know where it is. He's got to take us.
I know, but once we see it, then I'll do the healing. I respect that bargain you made, Wynne. Good work.
The goblin is getting to his feet at this point and like looking at you and like nodding vigorously and like starting to walk away, but not like running away, like making it obvious that he is walking away.
Yeah, I keep my sword drawn and just like follow it closely behind.
He walks back, I suppose a bit more east, continuing sort of off into the wood.
If it looks like we're getting back to the campsite we just came from, I'll stop him like before we get within sight.
No, you're
Okay.
going like past that. You're going further east, and you walk for a little while, and so there are some sort of hills and valleys on here, and eventually you come to the top of a hill, and you see sort of not quite a cave. It's more looks like it's been more sort of dug out. Like you see sort of out of a small hilly rock outcropping. It's probably only like 5 meters high, sort of a half cave that looks like it's been excavated a bit. And he points excitedly down there. So you're probably somewhere about, oh yeah, near where like the face with the hands is on the right hand side of the picture. You're sort of around there. Yeah, you didn't go that far north. Like just a bit north.
I'm like, Tiefling, can you communicate with this thing again?
Well, I can try. Right, okay. What am I going to say to it? What is it you want me to say?
Find out how many there are in this cave. If there are any traps, anything we need to watch out for.
You there, goblin, sir or madam, or both.
Yeah. Yes.
Could you
yes.
tell us if there are others of your kind or of another kind in this establishment?
They're everyone gone. Nobody else. They all gone to other camp. You camp. Or yeah. And he just like nods.
Okay, he says there's no one there.
Where did they go?
New camp.
Where is that?
Bloody dragonborn. So I've turned around to
Like,
talk to the goblin
think of
again,
it
and
like
my
this,
tail
the
sort
new
of slaps
camp
the
will
back
have
of his
lots of
head
money.
at the same time.
Lots of money at New Camp. That'll get your attention.
That's just you saying it while I'm slapping the back of your head with my tail. Accidentally.
I don't even notice.
You camp
Right.
only temporary. Not forever. This is home.
Okay.
Someone may be inside. But
Do you need new furnishings for your home?
She just like sends the goblin pictures of like chairs, and couches, and beds.
They're all on sale.
I have no money. You talk.
Buy now.
Buy now, pay later.
Store credit.
Sorry, I don't know what came over.
Yeah, the goblin's like leaning back.
Tie him up. We'll explore this cave. You can choose to
Okay.
heal him now or heal him after we explore.
Afterwards.
I tie him up, like leash him to a tree.
Leash him like a dog. Leave a dog outside the shop.
That's 2 episodes in a row where we've tied someone to a tree.
Yep.
It's our thing.
Yeah.
Totally. Okay, so you can bind the goblin to a tree with somebody's rope.
We say,
Yeah. I mean, I have my rope. I'll just do that. So, goblin bound up. I'm like, let's explore this cave. Do any of you have the ability to produce light?
And my staff lights up with a... Despite the fact that all of us can actually see in the dark.
yeah. If anyone switched on
Dark
their night
vision
vision already,
is only
that's
like
gonna hurt.
low light vision.
Yeah,
If
it's
it's like
not.
pitch black in there, we still can't see.
Well, it's just
It
dug
lets you
out.
see better when there's little light.
I have a bright light, white, emanating from my staff.
Very good. Let us continue. I start marching into the cave. Is the cave tall enough to accommodate us?
Don't get we're by 6+.
It is actually, which is kind of curious. Like it actually, if you look at the ceiling, it looks like it's been like scraped out. Like more of the ceiling's been scraped out.
Yeah, it's a little bit odd for goblins. They're not known for being terribly tall.
Are there is there like signs of like bones on the floor or anything?
I mean, that's just like as you can see in the entrance. There's bits of just like crap, like literally and figuratively on the floor. And sort of
Does it look like way too big to be goblin?
It looks like something bigger than a goblin could be in there or live in there, but it doesn't like necessarily look like a dragon cave or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking goblins don't really get 6 feet tall, but goblins actually deal with trolls sometimes.
Yeah, make a perception check, I guess. Or no, investigation. Sorry, investigation.
But I got the
I'll let-
18.
I'll let you keep the natural roll.
Whatever
you
it's
roll.
the same.
Okay, yeah. We can see that this sort of cave-y thing, looks like the roof has recently been like excavated at, and as you sort of look around outside, you can see
Oh, that's
a lot of dirt that's a different color that matches the ceiling. So it looks like quite recently the ceiling has been just excavated a bit to make it larger. Everyone else has no idea what's going on.
I'm like sniffing dirt and looking at its color and looking at like how it's been like clawed out and looking at poop on the ground.
Why are you
They're
looking
all
at
just
poop?
like, what the heck? This looks too large to be a goblin.
He's sniffing it, licking it, going,
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't taste like goblin poop.
feeling its consistency between his teeth.
She, or it's a
See if it
female
goes down
dragonfly.
well and I swallow.
Bit of wine.
Anyways,
Some
I'm like,
candles.
I do not believe we're going to encounter a goblin in this cave. Be on the lookout for something much more dangerous. And then I just continue forward.
Okay, what's the marching order?
I've got the light, so I'll go up front.
Well, I'm in first.
Okay, I'll go behind you then. I'll go second.
The red dragon people.
I guess I'll be.
I'm also the one in
before
heavy
Wynne.
armor.
Eat your mama.
Okay, so it's Akra, Tarron, Eryn, Wynne, right?
Yep.
And the dragon appears.
Yeah,
Oh no,
Float with
this
it.
tiny
dragon's
cave.
one at the back.
With your tail. I'll be
Um,
like, woohoo! And it's like, oh.
I'll be like, so if you're all in front of me, who's holding my tail?
as you say that, when you get hit by something really hard and sharp in the back,
Oh.
and you take an amount of damage.
Oh dear.
A random amount of damage. Okay, I have my new character ready.
8. You take 8.
8.
Ooh,
No, we're only level 1, that's probably like her entire hit points, right?
maybe.
Does she fall?
Could be. If she like passes out.
Where's
But
the
if
blood?
something
Oh,
pierces you like right in the back,
10. I have 10, so I
Okay,
guess
we-
I don't have 10 right now.
you have 2 now.
Okay. So obviously, like, she yells out.
Yeah. And I
Crickets
assume you
spin
all
around.
wheel around, and you see on the ground a long wooden like javelin or something, and you should probably roll for initiative. Coming out of the like behind the trees and bushes, I mean, you sort of notice this as you all wheel around. It's happening. You see 2 more goblins, and
So we aren't very
much-
far. And
No, you're like still in like the mouth of the cave. Like this was as Wynne was stepping into the entrance of the cave, so you're probably like just a few meters inside.
okay. So we can easily, like, step past each other.
Yeah, you can easily get out of the cave without it being like a complete clusterfuck. So you see 2 goblins. One is running over to the tree where the other one is, and hacks at the rope to untie him. The other one is moving towards you, running up towards you guys, and actually no, he's not. He's got a bow out and he's staying in the bushes. And then lastly, stepping out is a taller, larger sort of being. It's a humanoid. It's got kind of a dull, like reddish, brownish sort of skin. It looks vaguely goblinoid. It's got like leather armor on, I think.
Would you say it was hobgoblinoid?
I don't know. I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with these creatures, or various creatures.
Well, I am a forest dweller, so if goblins live in forests, I presume you would know.
Yeah, I
Goblins, I mean, how common are they?
I mean, everyone knows what a goblin looks like, but a other creature. I mean, give me a nature check. It's not a particularly hard one to make, and it's wearing like a leathery hide armor. Yeah, Tarron, you've seen hobgoblins before, clearly.
I grew up in the city among nobility. I
Yeah.
have no idea what
I mean,
this thing is.
If someone's like, "That's a hobgoblin," you'd be like, "Oh, so that's a hobgoblin," but you have no idea. Wynne, however, knows literally everything there is to know about hobgoblins.
Yeah, it turns out Wynne is actually, like, has a hobgoblin as a cousin.
Yeah.
I know where you can sell one of those.
Probably. So the small goblin has a bow out and shoots at you guys and hits Eryn, who is next. Does 4
dropped.
damage.
Fluff's call dropped.
Oh no, I lied. You took 5 damage, Eryn.
Okay.
So the hobgoblin has got a shield which it's standing with, like defending with. It's got hide armors on its longsword drawn. One goblin that is next to it fired an arrow. The other goblin has freed his compatriot that you tied up by hacking the ropes with its short sword.
How close are they? Can I get to one of them within a movement round?
Yeah, you can get to them. They're 30 feet away, so you can get to them
Okay.
and attack.
Who's closest to me?
They're all probably equidistant, but in sort of an arc. Let's
The one we captured doesn't have a weapon.
I guess I can just watch it on the stream, even if I can't see it in roll
And
20.
it's pretty close to dying.
Well,
I'll take
the
this
one that's freed. His friend has just like unbundled his bow and has given it to the captured one.
You did that all in that
Yeah,
time? Fast moving little fucker.
So yeah, I'm gonna get up to the one of the bow, then, on one of the ends. We're going next, and we're going at the same time. I'm running up to one of the ones with the bow, and I'm going to smash him in the face with the sword.
Everyone should draw a letter on the thing.
You can do that for me. 21 versus AC?
Was that a natural 20 or?
No.
No, well, I would have a little green box around it, wouldn't it?
Yes, it was. For 9 damage.
You slaughter that goblin. You just run up and just like slash him straight through.
Nice.
So there's only, well, now 2 goblins on the hob.
Correct.
Are there the goblins between me and the hobgoblin? Or is
No,
the
so you-
hobgoblin...
No, it's
mean-
up here. It's straight north
So
of
you-
us.
yeah, you-
The other two are like this out there.
Yeah. And I'll draw a W for.
I guess you're over near it now. Oh no.
Okay, yeah, so I'm over next to the hobgoblin then.
Yep. Correct.
Okay.
Wynne, what are you gonna do?
I guess I will Eldritch
Take
Blast.
out the archer!
The archer, which is totally my own decision.
So what's your Eldritch Blast look like?
What does it look like? And it makes that
Sorry.
sound, does it? Kind of acidic.
It's
Maybe
a beam
electric?
of some sort, but everything
Yeah.
else is up to you.
Oh, if it's a beam weapon, then it's like.
Not that. Not that sort of.
It's a straight up blast.
Didn't we say it was green, or is that just how I imagine it in my head?
You imagine
I
green.
think of it as being sort of
Green flame!
No, it's a
pale.
beam. A beam of crackling energy streaks towards a creature within range.
So it does crackle. Go on, Fluff. How do you imagine it?
I imagine it is it maybe it is a beam, but it doesn't look like that. It looks like a sort of mass of sort of roiling grey and pale purple and greenishness, sort of rolling towards the target.
Ooh, cool.
That does hit, and that was the same goblin that you guys had wounded and dragged back here earlier. So he just gets blown back, dropping the bow.
Every bone and body just shattering.
Yeah, you hear the little crunch of his little goblin bones as he is just like knocked backwards next to his friend. And now it's Tarron's turn.
Oh, fire.
No way.
I'm-
Oh, I forgot
I'm
about
on
you because
4.
that's right. I thought we did you because I thought you were ahead of Scare. That's why I got confused. Look everyone up, Amy.
So there's one with a crossbow left, and there's
No,
a
he has
hobgoblin.
No, he has a sword.
He has a sword.
Yep.
And Wynn's standing kind of in front of me, isn't she?
Kind of. I mean, you can
Okay.
easily aim something past her without hitting.
Also, as a gnome, you can move through her space even if it was a single file area.
Just runs between my legs.
her. That's useful enough.
Yeah,
No,
that's.
like seriously, that's actually one of her racial traits. She can move
I
through the
didn't read
spaces
that.
of medium or larger creatures.
I didn't read that. I'm glad you did. Okay, so the hobgoblin, like, he's attacked it once, hasn't he? Or no?
No. I killed one of the archers, and then Wynne killed the other one with a bow.
Okay, but you're standing within melee
I'm
range
next
of
to
the
the
hobgoblin.
hobgoblin.
Can I go enter Akra's space then? Her space, sorry. Her space. And while using her as a human shield or dragonborn shield, can I attack the hobgoblin with inflict wounds?
I think if you're going to use a touch attack spell, then that's like an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, you get an attack of opportunity on you if you do that.
And since I'm like between Akra's
No.
legs, am I safe?
'Cause I think that's
Like, you have to walk past me to the hobgoblin and then, like,
But I can
grab
move
its
through your
leg.
space.
yeah, but you're
Surely
still.
your space is
Yeah, I'm
under
not,
your
like,
legs.
directly next to it yet.
I mean, you are pretty much like you're only a couple of meters away from it, but I mean,
But still, it's not like...
yeah, he's not like butted up against it.
I'm gonna try anyway.
Okay.
YOLO.
No.
Shit.
He has enough dex to be over 11.
Well, he has. Yeah, he does actually. Oh wait, you only have to. You're trying to hit touch AC. I thought it was
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, it's only touch AC.
In that case, his AC is actually exactly 11. In that case,
Hit.
so that does hit.
Okay.
Well, goodbye, Hobgoblin.
Probably.
Yeah.
So as I touch him, it's like I'm pulling all the goodness from him. So it's kind of like chaos damage. It's necrotic. I'm sucking out his life's energy and dispersing it into the universe. I don't know how that affects his body.
You just kind of see
It's like
him
the scene
wither.
from Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
The guy just
exactly.
kind of like withers away and dies.
Yeah. He gives
Um,
sort of a yell as this happens, as he like swings his sword down at you, missing your small frame, and you grab onto his leg, suck all the energy out through his leg.
Come here, come here.
Like,
Come here,
it was
you.
very dangerous. No.
Oh my goodness.
Then I turn towards one of them.
so
Well,
is
I
he
guess-
dead?
He is dead. He's dead. Yes.
So are they all
I
dead?
hope so.
No, there's
There's
one
one left.
goblin.
Alright, so I finally get to I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb Acid. Do that.
Oh.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Nope.
So
Goblins-
what happens is, I kind of point my staff at him, and this 4-inch diameter kind of globule of acid just kind of flies at him, and misses.
The goblin is next, and he just runs. He runs so far, and the dotted line is where like the tree line and the bushes start, and he just runs.
Oh.
So none of us are in melee range.
I have a range spell.
Who comes around next? Wynne and I are next then,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Wynne has a range spell.
Javelin him to the back. Is he in cover?
I'd say he gets like partial cover from the trees.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you definitely do not hit the goblin then.
Well, no, because I still have advantage from back attack. I don't lose it.
Oh, you definitely do hit it then.
Yeah, I definitely crit it
Yeah. Somehow.
for a whole 7 damage.
7?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't like the way that Roll20 does it, where it just rolls a die, and then for the second die, it adds your average damage.
No, it actually rolls it a second time, I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure?
Yeah. If you mouse over it, it does.
Oh, okay.
If
then
it
that-
add an extra roll over and it says rolling d6 equals
Okay.
3.
You javelin him like through the shoulder. It doesn't like stick in. Like you see your javelin bounce, and he sort of like slumps down a bit, but actually manages to keep rolling. Wait, but he was critted, so now I finally get to
Fucking
see
just
break up.
wait.
Oh, right, you're doing that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but he rolls a 12, so I think he's good. Because I decided to make 12 the arbitrary number you needed to roll, unfortunately for you.
Oh well.
So Wynne, I've kept the critical effect tables from 2nd edition, because I just think they're awesome, and I've been using those.
Yeah. He just house ruled his save versus dead.
I was thinking of doing something more complicated, but I was like, just make it a flat 12. It makes it easy for everyone.
How far away are they?
Probably about 60 feet or so.
Oh, God damn it. Right, okay, I'll do my Eldritch Blast again.
That does not hit, but you get, oh no, it's still a 10 with advantage.
Yeah.
So the Eldritch
Yeah.
Blast hits a tree and misses. This goblin is just surrounded by like javelins and exploding trees, and is just running.
Well, the javelin clipped it.
Well, the javelin clipped it, yeah. Clipped it pretty nastily, I might add.
Let's see, if it keeps going, then...
No, it's, well, the other two have their turns.
Yeah,
Eryn and Tarron.
I was thinking...
I'll try Sacred Flame.
Okay. Is that 60 feet?
Yeah.
Or... Okay.
Target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. The target gains no benefit from cover for this saving throw, because it's not necessarily a beam between me and the creature, it's as long as I can see it.
It's a beam from heaven.
It is a beam from heaven.
It's Sunstrike. She's Invoker.
And it has to be to 12.
I imagine. It does.
Can I start chasing it?
Does it take no damage or half damage?
Doesn't take any damage.
Okay, so you hit another tree. So there's another paperbark tree is exploding. Probably
It does-
burning.
Up
It
the
just-
side.
Yeah, okay, radiant damage, it does scorch it a bit.
What are you doing, Tarron?
Both of my attacks I've got are reliant on me rolling, so therefore he's got all that advantage of cover and shit, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So I might as well get a good old acid splash going. Everyone's favourite. I can actually find it.
You guys are just destroying this forest.
So he hits the same tree again. It falls over.
Yeah. And the
Is
goblin.
it falling?
To the
If the
goblin.
tree falls on him.
So yeah, the goblin is like running madly for it because it's next for
Okay.
its turn. So it just runs. So it's probably around 100 feet or 120-ish by now.
It would be just below 120 because
Yeah.
it's slower movement rate than 30.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so it would probably be like 100 feet away.
Yeah.
And so
Okay,
Akra-
so I'll try and javelin it again, but it's in my long range, so I have disadvantage.
But you have advantage for back attacks, so they cancel out.
Yeah, so it's just...
A normal.
Haha!
You hit it and you kill it because that's 1 HP.
Good, because I got 2 damage.
Finally,
Overkill.
you managed to like clip it in like the thigh and it just like face plants into the ground.
I just like raise my arms and I'm like, best throw.
Can I
I
search
turn
the
around
hobgoblin?
and she's closer.
Amy looting the body.
So yeah, I'll look at the goblin that's at my feet then.
Is you looking at the hobgoblin, Amy?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
You find a gold, 7 silver, and 3 copper on the hobgoblin. Anyone's looking at the goblins.
Yeah, I'm doing one of the ones. The one I was next to.
Well, you find 4 copper on them.
I don't even bother checking the other 2 goblins. Mostly because one doesn't have anything we already know.
Oh yeah, it's true. And the other one's too far away. Can't be willing to walk that far.
Yeah. I mean, it's like full 30 feet. Fuck that.
No, the one that's like 100 feet away.
Oh yeah, there's that one. Well, no, I would go, because I want my javelins back.
Okay, that's true.
Do you want me to roll to see if they're intact?
Yeah, what do you have to roll for that?
I think it's just a 50% chance.
Okay.
I'll go over to Wynne and I'll toss her the gold coin from earlier. I think you deserve this since you kind of took a javelin to the back.
Catch it. It's gone.
I'm gonna cure Wynne as well. Oh dear. Wynne, I've only healed you for 3.
Roll it again before he sees it.
That would put her at 5, I believe. 5 of 10.
Sorry.
I guess I'll go in the cave.
Well, let's check this place out.
How tall was the hobgoblin?
Probably about probably a bit taller than one of the dragonborn, maybe like 7 feet tall.
Okay, that would explain the
Ceiling thing.
I'm sort of playing with that gold coin I've got, looking at it and looking at Akra, and like thinking to myself, that person gave me a gold coin just like it was nothing. That means they're used to having a lot of gold coins.
Suddenly the
I said
note
it.
is
I said it
forgotten.
was owed to one of you two. So
So the cave descends just a little bit and sort of opens into a rocky chamber, into a chamber amongst the rocks. Just one sort of room. It's not very big. There's a bunch of like cloths and sacks and furs and other stuff just in piles over the floor that must have been used for some sort of bedding. And there is a table in there with some rocks around it that seem to serve as chairs. And there's a few sacks and stuff around the room.
does it seem like anyone's in here? Like, wait, are there other ways out of this room?
No, just this one.
Okay. So I'll start looking around, looking through the sacks.
In the
Go and
sacks.
look around.
Actually, I suppose there are also a couple of like crates or barrels or something.
I'll search in the crates then.
Yeah. What's in them? Anything?
In the crates, there's a bunch of like rocks. It's a bit hard to tell from the light, but it's various rocks of different sizes and stuff.
I mean, he has the bright white light thing.
I guess if he brings a light over, it looks like some sort of like ore or something maybe. There's just like 2 sort of crates. You probably need 2 people to lift one.
Okay, I'm gonna
It's
ask
in
for
the
that
bags.
In the bags, there's some food. There's a few coins. They're all silver. There's 8 coins.
Okay.
And also a couple of bottles in there. Of various shapes and sizes.
Any of them labeled?
One of them's labeled. It's a bottle of wine. And there's another 2 empty bottles. There's another one that's broken, and then there's another unlabeled bottle that's in sort of a more like per glass shaped thing.
Anyone want a bottle of wine? And then I
I'll
just
take
keep
that.
that one myself.
You
Hand them the bottle of wine. Yeah.
Okay.
Was there anything else we didn't look through?
That's pretty much it. Unless you want to go through their like bedding materials.
I don't really feel like tearing up goblin beds too much. Unless there's something that like sticks out, I'm not terribly interested. Perhaps this ore was what the shipment was on that caravan. We can send someone out here to retrieve it. Well, they didn't know what the caravan was transporting. These goblins had seized all of the materials first.
I would like to check the other path that we didn't follow.
Well, you'd have to walk back to that camp, which is pretty much on the way to like where the wagon was.
We'll leave the ore for now, I think, or unless you guys want to haul it back.
So what ore is it?
Some sort of ore. Unless you want to make some sort of check.
I would know this.
She's a rock gnome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it. Yep, it's ore. I don't know what this is, guys. I'm sorry, blanking. A lot of blood today. Sucked the life out of someone. I'm not in the right frame of mind to understand this.
I suppose it's not that heavy. It may be important. We should carry it back.
You'd need
Hold on to the
to
gnome.
carry 1 box each. You could theoretically carry all the boxes.
So, like, I'll split carrying a box with the gnome,
I mean,
and then
it's
the other
like
2
3
pieces
hours to
one.
walk here, so it'll probably take you double that to get back.
Actually, how much does it weigh?
I'm not strong enough to help.
Boxes
Sorry.
of ore.
Or these things are going to be like several stones worth of. I mean, you guys probably don't know what stone is.
Two ordinary humans could lift one of these boxes together. One could not. That's just sort of the ballpark.
So, like, if the gnome helps me, we can do 1 chest, and then the 2 of you could split the other one.
It's going to be slow going. I mean, don't forget we've got like 4 hours walk ahead of us carrying this shit.
But this is basically a chest full of metal. Well, it's worth quite a bit.
Could we
Depends
not
what sort of metal
fashion
it is.
some sort of dragging device?
Do you know how to construct a sled?
I would.
Put your hand down.
I would know. It's basic. Oh wait, no, sorry. Never mind. Yes, sorry.
No, you could.
Do you
Or
want to
what we
get to
could do
work
is-
then, gnome?
We could just drag them without a sled by using rope. What we have, because I have several feet of rope. By several feet, I mean an awful lot of it.
Oh, yes. I should go collect my rope from that goblin
It's
outside.
all hacked up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's-
There's like
You
pieces.
probably find a nice. Not enough.
Yeah, give me a d20 for a luck roll.
eh.
Yeah.
That's not lucky.
I'm gonna think upon the history of sled design.
You know everything there is about the history of sled design, which is not at all the designing one, but is fascinating and informative nonetheless.
Look, with the pieces of Akra's rope, I could fashion some sort of sling so you could carry it between you easier without having to drag it or whatever. I'm assuming you're around the same height, the dragon
Yeah,
ones.
I'm 6'2", you're...
Yeah, I'm 6'5".
I'm gonna make a fake sled.
Fake sled.
Forgery
A fake
check!
sled.
You can create a non-magical trinket or illusionary image that can fit in your hand and last until the end of my next turn. So basically, I can create up to 3 wheels or rollers.
That could be enough.
That will only last for 12 seconds.
And I can cast this every 12 seconds for the next 4 hours.
Look, I can make you a decent sling with my roll.
I think it's the best bet.
We broke Spiry.
We'll do that.
I mean, you can successfully, with the pieces of rope, there are enough sections you can strap some rope under it and use that to distribute the weight more evenly.
So we do that, and we haul the ore back to that closer town.
I thought we were going to check out that camp.
Well, that's
I'm
kind of on the way.
Well, okay, we'll go there
If not,
first.
You get back to the camp. It looks largely the same as how it was left.
Do you mean
Largely the same.
Yeah, what do you
So there
mean
is a
largely?
difference.
Okay, literally the same. Doesn't look disturbed or like anyone has been through here since you guys came through.
Do we wish to follow the tracks now, or should we bring this ore back and follow them tomorrow?
I think we should follow them tomorrow.
Well, there's a town like a mile away, and they had a forge there. We can offload this ore.
Okay.
Okay. Did we take both the chests, or was it just the one?
You could only carry one
Both.
between the two of you. I'm not strong enough to help Wynne carry another.
You're strong enough to help me carry one, and then those two can carry the other.
Oh, I can't be bothered. I'm not going to help. If I'd known what it was, maybe, but I don't, so I don't care.
You'd know the chest full of iron, though, is worth a lot.
I don't think it's going to be worth as much as you think it's going to be. If it is, we'll go get the others. It's fine. I can't be bothered taking two back.
Oh man, there was a cave-in, and it was all gold ore.
I'm guessing we make it back to town.
Yes, you do.
We find, like, the forge.
I believe I did say there was a blacksmith.
So we'll take the chest there, see how much it's worth, what it is.
This blacksmith sees two dragonborn with a crate between them coming up to his shop, and just as he's sort of, I guess, well, probably not finishing up, but it's probably the afternoon by now. Says, good day there? What have you got in the box?
It's a crate of ore. We recovered it from some goblins we found out in the woods. We're wondering if you wish to purchase it.
He goes over, has a look, and like lifts like the lid, and takes a bit out, and says, looks like some iron ore. Could do something with this.
Seriously, you couldn't detect iron ore, right?
Apparently not. She's a gnome,
Listen,
not a dwarf.
There's a reason she's not around all the other rock gnomes anymore.
We don't deal too heavily in metals. Like, we use small amounts of them. But mostly we're into wood, leather, and fey magics.
What's he want for it?
I can give you 20 gold for it.
Can I make it look like extra good quality ore with my thaumaturgy?
Should have done that before.
God damn it.
Take a closer
It
look,
would also
sir.
be, there is another chest, but we could not bring it alongside this one. Would you have the means to take the other one too, when we get it here?
Yeah, I'm happy to take it off your hands.
Very well, we shall bring it
Don't
over.
need to buy any more for a long time now. A couple of years.
Then we shall take your offer.
Okay, he gives you 20 gold.
My math says that's 10 gold to me and 3.3 gold to each of you guys.
Is there an inn in this town?
There is.
Yeah, that's where I got lunch.
So yeah,
That's correct. This
we
is where-
hole up in the inn for the evening then. I see.
And I'm going to spend my newfound wealth on having a nice room and a
Okay.
nice meal.
I think that'll be it then. Okay. Everyone want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Bye!